Last man standing.
It's still standing.
It's still standing. Last man standing. See? How come Ovia wearing the same thing? Is that a uniform? Last man standing.
How come you actually?
This man, 10 lives. Hey, your dad, you're proud of him. You was very proud of him, as he's proud of you too. A good man. Last man standing. You will come and. Bola, come and give. Come and introduce yourself.
Yes.
Bola Joko. No, Bola Joko.
I am too glad. I'm okay. Hanging in there.
This is another support of yours. Always argue.
Yeah, okay.
You get at the ESG sector. Ask you a question there at the ESG.
Yeah, that's good. You know.
See your Tony Elumelu Foundation. She's a magician.
So when you do those good things.
When you need a young female minister, I can learn that. To come and change the women focus. People come and quickly catch it, quick catch it.
Greetings and welcome to the Nigeria New Sustainability Economy, Nigeria's Top 100 Insight Series. The theme is on the three Musketeers Spectre of state capture oligarchy as antithesis to application of Muscular, Harmonized monetary and fiscal tools Bazooka to engender accelerated exchange stability, reserves accretion, and economy resilience. 2023 was by far celebrated years of rainbows, balloons, banner, roses, unicorns for the three Musketeers owners, managers, family control, cross-border fraud banking conglomerates. Tony Elumelu's UBA in 9 months ending September 2023 more than double gross earnings to 1.3 trillion naira and profit after tax to 449 billion naira from 608 billion naira and 116 billion naira respectively achieved in September 2022. Total shareholders fund and total assets soared to a unprecedented 1.7 trillion naira and 16.2 trillion naira respectively. In the same vein and same period, Ovia's Zenith Bank gross earnings at 1.3 trillion naira and profit after tax at 43.4 billion naira, more than double the 620 billion naira and 174 billion naira respectively of September 2023. The total shareholders fund was 1.9 trillion naira and total assets was 18.1 trillion naira. Herbert Wigwe's asset bank became Nigeria's biggest bank by total assets of 21.2 trillion naira and doubling its profit after tax to 265 billion naira in September 2023 from 148 billion naira achieved 9 months earlier in September 2022. The record-breaking result was achieved by the banking industry following the repricing and revaluation of their foreign exchange asset portfolio at the back of more than 40% Naira devaluation against US dollars. In June 2023, immediately after the swearing-in of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the announcement with immediate effect of twin shocks of removal of PMS subsidy and unification of multiple exchange rates reverberated the economy. As the president-elect, the first visit of the president was to the home of Tony Elumelu, fast emerging as the most influential leader in the Nigeria's banking and financial landscape, an arrowhead of the banking conglomerates, three Musketeers, legions, and honchos. Boisterous banter were freely exchanged, and the UBA chairman was quick to effect media release of fruitful discussion on ways in which the incoming PBAT administration must empower and support the economy. While the banking three Musketeers, legions, and honchos are over the moon with the PBAT administration, the non-banking economic sector of industries, ICT services, commercials, real estate, household were and still are agonizing and reeling in huge financial losses arising from stratospheric foreign exchange liabilities and input material costs due to Naira devaluation and high overhead and logistic costs due to high PMS prices. Welcome to bifurcated or even imbalanced two-track economy of the very rich and very poor, where devaluation is inflating the capital of the former and eroding the capital of the latter. In classic free market laissez-faire economy monetary theorems, the twin shocks should deliver increased supplies and reduce demand of foreign exchange to moderate devaluation and inflationary pressures in the long run, ceteris paribus. Except that in the long run we are all dead. In reality, the twin shocks impacts swell the coffers and treasuries of federal government and big commercial banks with avalanche of Naira liquidity flows, exerting further devaluation pressure on exchange rate at the I and E official and power market, as well as inflated equity prices on the stock markets. According to PWC Economy Outlook Report, in January 2024, the official rate was at Naira per dollar, up 95% year on year. Prior rate was at 1,357 Naira, up 60%. Stock market capitalization was at 52 trillion Naira, up 83%. Though the official external numbers in third quarter 2023 were mixed, foreign exchange reserve at $33.2 billion, positive trade balance of $2.3 billion, total export growth to $12.5 billion, remittances growth to $20.1 billion. The reported depletion of foreign exchange reserve 2023 by about $5 billion was deeply as concerning as the accuracy of the exact size of the foreign exchange reserves. J.P. Morgan Chase estimated that Nigeria's net foreign exchange reserve at $3.7 billion at end of 2022. Capital importation declined from $24 billion in 2018 to $5.3 billion in 2022. In October 2023, MSCI removed Nigeria indices from the MSCI Frontier Market Indices, citing precarious illiquidity situation in Nigerian foreign exchange market. At the Nigeria Summit Group Summit, October 2023, Wale Edun, the Finance and Economic Coordinating Minister, stated that $10 billion are expected in matters of weeks, not months, to clear the backlogs of letters of credit on foreign import arrears and airlines loans, principal and interest repayment, and other foreign service arrears. Predictably and expectedly, the market has priced in minimum of $10 billion in near-term reserve transaction dollar liquidity inflow cycle threshold to meet maturing obligations in the normal course of business of the country and to restore foreign exchange market stability. Central Bank was reported to have settled $2 billion of the forward foreign exchange arrears contracts. Afrexim Bank recently kicked in another $2 billion in prepayment oil and gas proceeds loans to NNPCL for meeting royalty taxes arrears to federal government. There is still uncertainty on the sources for the dollar inflow shortfall of about $6 billion. It is obvious that near-term high-impact dollar liquidity surge in excess of $10 billion by way of economic emergency market measure will be the silver bullet to achieving accelerated exchange rate stability, reserves accretion, and economy resilience. The outcomes of the forthcoming CBN MPC meeting of February 26 to 27 expect to increase policy interest rate by 300 to 500 basis points and minimum balance capital requirement to 181.85 billion naira for regional banks and 909.27 billion naira for international banking license will not deliver the monetary truth help for accelerated foreign exchange inflows that engender sustained economic resilience and sustainability. NNSE is advocating for 5-point harmonized monetary and fiscal policy tools Bazooka, which could potentially be at variance with business as usual approach, appetite, culture, and goals of the banking conglomerate, Musketeers, Legions, and Wholesales, but delivering on high-impact, consistent, sustained foreign exchange inflows. 1. Mandatory transfer of foreign exchange deposits of government entities with banks to FGN Treasury single account with CBN. It is unclear if similar directive given in 2015 for outstanding $2.334 billion deposit was fully complied with. 2. Conversion of current letters of credit arrears forward contract to term loans of 10 years with 2 years moratorium and semi-annual instrumental principal and interest payments in 8 years. 3. Mandatory capital requirements of minimum $2 billion for foreign exchange authorized dealership. 4. Recovery and return of foreign exchange denominated capital funding of overseas subsidiaries or banks sourced from CBN. 5. Stress test for non-performing loan assets with immediate portfolio write-down for applicable bank recapitalization. My name is Zenith Sanusi, Executive Secretary, Nigeria New Sustainability Economy NNSE. Thank you.